get good grades, so you'll get a good job. In order to buy a house someday, cars and clothes as well. To be a student is to learn, to go out of your comfort zone, to meet new people. Oh well, to have a high school sweetheart. By this time, I have already watched a bunch of people answering the question, what does it mean to be a student? And as you can see, my two alpaca stafflays will join me as I answer this question. But when we were given this question, I thought that I already knew the answer to this question. But I realized as I come to think about it more deeply, I realized I really didn't know the answer to this question. Because for me, to be a student, it's more than that word. It's more than the pictures that come into our mind when we think about the word student. It's more, for example, someone who debates really good, or someone who writes good essays, or someone who answers math problems in less than a minute. But yeah, sure, these scenarios can depict of what a student can be, but what does it really mean to be a student? Upon answering this question, I didn't want to rely on my own understanding and perception of a student, so I read the Bible and I was really glad what I learned as I answered this question. First thing I realized was whether we study or not, we all die. So I came to realize that to be a student is not merely based on just achieving dreams, getting good grades to get a good job, and then be successful one day and find a nice guy or girl and then marry him or her, and then you'll die. I realized this picture of successful life or happy life or dream life can also be achieved by those people who didn't have good educational background at all. So we are not students just to achieve this kind of life. There's something more to that. The second and last thing that I'll say to answer this question is, oftentimes students don't want to study a lesson or a topic because they say, di naman natin yan magagamit sa totoong buhay eh. But I realized that that's it. That's the point. As a student, yeah, we need to learn all the academic stuff, but we also want something more than the academics. We want something realistic. So I realized to be a student is to make an impact to other people that we interact with. And we want to know how studying can affect these interactions with other people. And most of the time, we define studying by being too self-centered. But when you think about it, if you're going to answer the question, why do you study? The answer would most likely cover other people aside from you. In short, we want the power to influence others.